Good morning. We're going to start recording this session. In the meantime, if you are getting logged in, you're going to have some time to do the suggested exercises that I'm proposing for you today. And these exercises have to do with phonetic transcription. Phonetic transcription will help you to realize specifically which sounds are being produced and visually identify the way you need to articulate the sounds. So I think I'm sharing with you. Let me double check or do it again. I'm sharing with you a Word file. And in this Word file, you can see a couple of, not a couple, but several sentences, several words actually, that have some highlighted components, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to pay attention to the highlighted section in the word, and I want you to transcribe the consonant using the appropriate phonetic symbol. Okay, you're going to do this on the right. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this in the chat, and I'm also going to send this file and post it here. Okay, so it was posted in the chat room, so you can have access to it, and you need to do this on your own. My suggestion would be that you take this list and you read it first. Okay, for example, you read jumped, who, prison, queen, pleasure. Okay, and then you focus on transcribing. So first, my suggestion would be repeat these words once, twice, 3 times, and then write the phonetic symbol representing that particular consonant. Okay, so you can transcribe actually the sound that has been highlighted for you here. Okay, after you finish with this, we're going to take a look at the answers that I'm going to provide. So they are 43 words. They have they're quite high frequency words, right? I mean, they are not words that you can usually find only in academic environments or contexts, but in general terms, you can find them anywhere. Okay, even in fairy tales or in everyday conversation. So if you don't have any, let me see if there's any. Okay, so no one is connected to the lesson, so you will watch this lesson, right? Probably later. So now I'm going to give you more or less 10 minutes for this exercise. Unfortunately, I cannot pause this recording, but the idea is that you can take about 10 minutes so you can do the transcription, and after that I can show you the answers, or we can discuss them, right? Sometimes it's not enough to see the answers, but also to discuss them, basically in which way or a specific phonetic symbol can represent a specific phoneme or unit sound. So I'm going to give you 10 minutes, as I said before, and I'll post here a timer so you know how much time you have left. Okay, so here we go with the online timer, a very simple one. Now if you have questions, unfortunately, I won't be able to answer them now, but maybe later. It would be a pleasure. All right. So I'm going to start timer, and I'm also going to post the Word file here in the chat. Okay. So good luck. All right, we're going to stop sharing the website, and I'm going to start sharing the Word file again. All right, transcription exercises. Okay, I'm just going to pause the annoying alarm beeping from the website. Okay, here we go. So I believe I'm sharing the Word file, and I would like to take a look at the highlighted sections in the words here. So we have jumped, who, prison. Let me go to the answers here. Okay, we have jumped, number one. Number two, who. Number three, prison. Number four, queen. Number five, pleasure. Number six, agenda. Number seven, philosophy. Philosophy, right? Philosophy. Number eight, giant. 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 Number nine, one. 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 Number 10, juice. Use, sorry. Use. 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 Number 11, liked. 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 Right? So like, liked. That would be the past tense, right? Number 12, horse. Horse. You may say horse, right? Adding vorticity to the pronunciation. Horse or horse. Number 13, always. 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 Z, z. Number 14, young. 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 You need to add this nasal quality, right, of the last consonant sound is a specific word. Then we have laugh. Laugh. Of course, some may produce this with a trap, right? So I would say laugh. Laugh. Or laugh. So the first one would be RP or more British type of pronunciation, and the second one would be General American or American English, laugh, laugh. But the point here is the final consonant sound. Number 16, we have than, than, than. Number 17, we have park, park, or adding rhoticity, park, 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 right? Park. Number 18, we have here prize, 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 right? Prize, the prize. Number 19, nation, 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 right? Pay attention to the sh consonant sound, also the schwa sound here as the last vowel sound in this word. Nation, shin, shin, very, very mid-central, very lax sound. Then 20, eggs, eggs, eggs. And here we have a word which is a noun, right? Egg, we can count them. 1 egg, 2 eggs, 3 eggs, 4 eggs. So this is a noun, right? A noun. The plural form of this word that ends in a voiced consonant would be a voiced z. So we have a voiced consonant sound and a voiced plural marker. Okay, if this were sound would have been a voiceless consonant sound, then this would be or would have been a voiceless s. Okay, for example, think about the word cat. Cat is a noun as well, right? Cat, we can count them. Cat, cat, 1 cat, 2 cats, 3 cats, 4 cats. Now the plural form of this would be s, because t, the last sound of cat is voiceless. Then the plural marker would be a voiceless s. voiceless goes with voiceless, right? With a voiceless plural marker. And voiced consonants sound like g, right? Which is voiced, as you know, goes with a voiced plural marker. Z, okay? Eggs. So eggs, cats. Eggs, cats. Okay? Then 21, where 21 is drinks, 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 drinks. Um, Three things here. We have a short lax e, right? Drinks. It's not drinks. Drinks is drinks, right? Drinks. The second is this is a nasal considering the influence of the following consonant sound, k, which is a velar consonant sound. Therefore, the previous sound is not an alveolar n, but a velar n. Okay, because as I said before, the influence of this k sound, which is, as you know, a velar consonant sound. And then, as you may already know, the tongue is getting ready for the next sound. So our tongue is always trying to maximize the time and the distance that it has for the next sound to be articulated. So when we go from an alveolar to produce a k, it goes from the alveolar ridge towards the soft palate, which is a comparatively long distance if we think about an in this case, which is already velar, to k, which is also velar. So that's why the influence of k over the previous sound makes it a which is velar. And we have a plural form, and the thing that we were discussing before: one drink, two drinks, three drinks, four drinks, a drink, the drink. This is a noun, right? It's a noun that ends in k, which is, as you know, voiceless. So the plural marker would be a voiceless. Voiceless goes with a voiceless here. Okay, in general, this is the way it works, right? For plural markers. The word 22 is grows, grows, right? Grows. 22 is, sorry, this verb, okay, grow, with the third person form, right? So, for example, I grow, she grows, she grows, right? So we have the verb grow, which is here conjugated in third person singular, and this is a marker, right? Now comes to z, same thing. We have here grow, which is a glide or semi-vowel, which is a voiced sound. And as this a final sound is voiced, then the third person singular marker is also voiced. Okay, so grow becomes grows, 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 z, z, z. Not grows. She grows. She grows. She grows would be z, z, the correct pronunciation, considering the qualities of u as a voiced consonant, a voiced semi-vowel or glide sound, and the next one should also be voiced. Okay. 23, clothes, clothes, clothes. So this is a very hard word to say. Even for me, it's complicated. Clothes, right? Clothes, clothes, clothes. Because uh, the word clothes, 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 clothes become clothes, clothes, clothes. So this specific consonant sound is somehow diminished. I mean, it's softened. Okay, clothes, 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 clothes. My clothes are ironed. My clothes are dirty. My clothes are stained. Clothes, clothes. All right. Number 24. Each, each, each. So the final sound is ch, ch, ch. Right. 24, if you remember, is this one. You've got to be careful with the vowel sound at the beginning, not to make it itch, because if you remember, itch is a different thing. Itch, itch. Like when you have something, for example, in your hand, and you need to scratch it, right? Because it itches, itches. My hand itches, right? Or my hands itch. Okay, particularly when you are allergic, or um, there's something something that happened in which that is causing you to have a reaction in your skin. So you have the feeling that you need to scratch. Okay, that's itch, 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 and this one is each, each, each. Okay, so careful with that, because we have an example of a minimal pair here, right? Each, itch, each, itch. Careful, because you're going to be saying something different. Genre, 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 literary term. Genre. If you want to know the meaning, go to a dictionary, right? Genre. 26. Stopped, 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 stopped. We have the verb stop, right? Stop, stop, stop. And then we have the past tense or past participle, stopped, stopped. So the rule applies here. Stop ends in p, stop, right? Stop ends in p, p, which is a voiceless consonant sound. Then, if we're having the past tense marker, right, for this one, it has to be t, because t is a voiceless consonant sound as well, just like p. Voiceless, voiceless. Okay. Next one is there, there, there. 27, there. Some people would say there, right? There. Sounds more like General American. There, right? Adding rheticity in at the end. Or there, in a more British-like pronunciation. Dessert, 28. Dessert, 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 dessert. Okay. There's some word which is which is spelled quite similar. Desert, right? Desert. So you need to be careful about this one. Dessert. 29. Invasion, invasion, invasion. 30. Through, through. 31. Which, which. 32. Shouted, shouted, shouted. The word shouted it comes from the infinitive shout, to shout, right? Shout, shout, which is a word that ends in a t. Whenever you find a word and in a verb, for example, ending in t, and you have to add the past tense, is shouted would be the correct way to do it. Shouted, 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 right? Number 33, uncle, uncle, uncle. And 33, if you remember, right here, uncle. The spelling is with an N, U-N-C-L-E, uncle, right? It's an N. So the point here is that the same that we were discussing before in the word. Let me see if I can find it, or if you help me here. 21, drinks, right? Drinks, which is spelled D-R-I-N-K-S. Again, we have a letter N here, which is transcribed with this velar nasal drinks, right? For the same reason, ankle, here k is influencing or modifying the previous consonant sound, okay, in a sort of a regressive assimilation phenomenon, okay? Um, the word 34 is this one, cheese, right? Cheese, 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 uh, cheese. 35, another, another, or if you add rhoticity, another, right? Another. 36 is lived, lived. The word live ends in v, right? V. And then the past tense or participle is lived, lived. Consider that v is voiced, so we need to add a voiced sound for the past tense marker. The word 37 is bad, bad. 38, fun, fun. 39, right, right. 40, leisure, leisure, leisure. Some people say leisure also, right? 41, closure, closure. 31 is this one, right? Closure, 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 closure. 42, understand, 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 understand. We have the word understand, which is spelled with n right here, n, and also n here. And they are not modified because the following word is d, which is also alveolar. D is alveolar, n is alveolar, so it keeps its qualities. It keeps the same qualities. Understand? It's not modified as in the word drinks, in the word uncle. Okay. Um, Pay attention here that you have a schwa here, second syllable, understand, and in the last syllable you have a trap, understand, stand, okay? And for 3 is usually, usually, which is this word, usually, okay? So get used to this voiced usually, usually, because many people tend to use a sh sound, right? A voiceless sh. Some people say usually, usually. Okay, this one should be usually, right? Usually. So get used to that. Usually, usual, usual. Okay. What would you like to have? Well, same as usual. Same as usual. I usually um, study an hour a day. I usually um, play an instrument on the weekends. I usually read a book, but I haven't had the time, right? Usually. Okay? So that was the exercise in which I had to transcribe these consonant sounds. The transcription is right there. Okay? And also, I want you to take a look at this paragraph. Okay, the first paragraph is in one website. You may find the website to see if you can take a look at it right now. Okay, I mean, not right now. I'm not saying to do this literally, right? Anyway, Sean is an illusionist and he has shows all around the world. His shows usually shock his audience. His latest one was on a big cruise ship traveling across the ocean. He decided to use this occasion to do his special act. He asked his audience for some patience while he was casually walking across the stage. Suddenly, the ship rose from the surface of the ocean and was flying in the air. Much to the audience's shock and confusion, they found that their pockets were full of pirate treasure. It was Sean's greatest show of all. I think you have read this before, so it would be a good way to go over it again. And the last one is Sam was a very lazy boy until he got a job at the zoo. He started working with sloths, snakes, chimpanzees, lions, and even grizzly bears. He enjoyed working in a small animal hospital and liked to play for the baby chimpanzees. Sam would rise at dawn and stay up all day just to take care of his new friends. He would even try to sneak in some he would even try to sneak in some honey desserts for the bears. Sam became a model citizen and took special care of his animals. Even today, Sam sings to baby chimpanzees and throws birthday parties for them. Let me try to fix this. Okay. He would even try to sneak in some honey desserts for the bears. Interesting. So I encourage you to practice these two paragraphs. The first one is focusing on sh and j, right? Which are the ones that I'm going to post right now. Okay, sh and j. And the next one, which is going to focus on these two phonemes, right? Okay. Unfortunately, I won't be able to give you feedback. The idea is that you read them aloud and then you let me know if you have any questions. Okay, I encourage you to practice this in pairs, so if you can connect with somebody else. Also, the idea is that you can double check the pronunciation of these words in the website. You can Google the word. For example, I don't know, this word, you copy and paste it. Let me share okay, so I copy and paste the word zert, and then I add the word meaning, and I can see the phonetic transcription there. But the idea is that you can get also the meaning, right? And also some images. So I'm going to share it again, this time adding the sound.
Dessert, dessert, dessert.
Okay, so you type the word or copy and paste the word, and then you add the word meaning, and you get the pronunciation,
Dessert,
you get the transcription, dessert, right? Also, you get beautiful pictures. So sometimes this also helps where you don't understand the definition, which in this case is the sweet course eaten at the end of a meal. Okay, so that's my suggestion for you to take a look at the paragraphs and focus carefully on the way you are pronouncing each word. Consider that sometimes we think we are pronouncing a word correctly, but sometimes it is not. So this goes for students, for teachers, for everyone teaching English. we sometimes take for granted that we know the pronunciation of a word. For example, um, the word pronunciation, or the word pronounce, okay, or the word phonetics, okay. Many people think they know how to pronounce them, but actually they don't, or they are doing it incorrectly. Okay, so my suggestion is review this paragraphs, practice them, and also the other suggestion would be for next class, go to lo.org. Okay, I'm copying this and I'm pasting this in the LMS, and choose one dial here. Um, for example, you can go to the section that says audio lessons. Okay, and in the audio lessons you have many options here. For example, I'm going to choose just, randomly the last one here, and I don't know, this one, reading digitally. You can choose anything that you might be interested in, and then you have the script here, right? And you have the dialect. So let me see if I can share the audio. Let's see if it's working. Sometimes it's not working. If it's not, you can take the vocabulary section.
So now that there's so much technology to be able to read,
Let's take a look at this one. Well, I don't know if it's the internet connection or anything, but usually you get the
keepsake. I really
okay. Usually you get the dialect, right? Usually you get the dialect, and you can listen to the dialect and you can practice the pronunciation. Uh,
swear by. Swear by.
okay, so in this case, I guess it's an internet connection that it's uh, not helping to prove that this is a useful website. Yeah, I think it's still working here. So I'm going to use one of these dialects for next session, which is going to be tomorrow. I'm going to record it. So I think I'm going to use the same one. I'm going to copy and paste it in the chat. And what we're going to be doing with this one is we're going to be focusing on identifying the initial and final consonant sounds in some of the words. Okay, so I leave you that for next session, which is going to be tomorrow. I'm going to record this session as I did now, and then we're going to go and take a look at this dialogue. Okay, so you can go on and practice if you're watching this. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.